Scarred Not Silent. This is Rodney G. Thank you for being here with me today. And it is another late edition, and I have an excuse for this. Well, I have like a little teacup poodle that I'm watching for the weekend. And she's so cute. She's like a little teacup poodle, little black curly hair. And she has like little lips that have a little gray around the outside of her lips. She has like a little lipstick. And she's so cute. She's a little bitty cute thing. But if the door closes from the neighbors, then she'll start to yap a little bit. And I don't know, they was banging around. They're not bad neighbors, but they was banging around, and so she was starting to yap. And so they come in and out, taking their dog out. They have a little dog. So I was like, I bet when I get started to talk, they'll leave, or maybe a truck could be outside, whatever the reason. She'll hear the ice fall out of the ice maker. She'll start to yap. And she's pretty good, but just little noises freak her out. And maybe because this is not her home, so she's still getting used to it. So I was like, maybe I'll wait until it comes like later and the neighbors won't be taking their dog out and people will be settled in for the night. So far it's working. So I'm not going to go into anything detailed regarding the kidney journey right now, because really my brain's kind of tired, but I didn't want to leave without having my episode done. But so I'm gonna do one for you to do some homework. So I'm gonna challenge you, and even if you don't have kidney disease, maybe you have high blood pressure, or you have heart disease, or you have some other ailment or chronic illness that just you're just like, I can't get rid of it. I've been living with it. Oh, my back hurts. I have arthritis, whatever it is. I want to challenge you to go do a little deeper dive and see where maybe that's come from. Maybe grandma had arthritis, or great-great-grandma had arthritis. Or maybe you lived in like a generational neighborhood like myself, where I had my parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and people even before them in the same neighborhood. In my neighborhood, right now, growing up, and now been like an industrial neighborhood. It was the packing house, it was the rendering plant, processes dead animals to feed. It was the truck wash stop that cleaned the trucks that the animals came in for slaughter. There was the wastewater treatment plant that's not too far away, or the multiple junkyards, or the tire plant that would spew tire into the waterways. Whatever else may be flowing through the air and the water and the soil in our neighborhood growing up, and the remnants of it today, and what that may look like, and what was passed on to me as a kid or as a baby. So just all that deeper dive stuff where you just take it and live with it and not really challenge, like, why am I having these issues? And I got into this black hole with looking at James Baldwin, Malcolm X videos today. I don't know how I got there, but I ended up getting there. And I actually watched one with Malcolm X before he broke away from the Nation of Islam. And he was speaking in regards to Elijah Muhammad, the prophet at the time, Nation of Islam. And he was speaking more in terms of following him. And then I happened to stumble on another one. It was at the time he was kicked out of the Nation of Islam for discovering, I guess it would be some hypocrisies within the Nation of Islam, according to Malcolm X. And his mindset changed a bit because he had went to Mecca and made a pilgrimage and realized that there were people, white people, who were next to him praying. And he realized that they weren't, as he used to call them prior, the devils. And he made a change. And he said that he started thinking for himself. And that kind of stuck with me. He made this change because he was willing to put himself in a situation, because he made his pilgrimage, which is required if you're able to, if you're Muslim, and realized that he had brothers in a religion of different colors. Then he realized when he came back to the States that it was time for him to think for himself. Putting into context, we need to start thinking for ourselves. In the health industry, we take the word of our doctors and for granted. And I believe in many terms that we should. Many times as patients, we don't want to question because one, we may feel stupid or we may be scared to question our medical professionals. And even myself had to learn that because I would take what they say and run with it. Instead of asking additional questions, I may even have the questions in my head, but I would not ask those. Now I ask those questions to challenge them. And it's not challenging them to try to outsmart them. It's challenging them to give me the answers that I'm looking for and not blow me off. I've been blown off before. So do the deeper dive and be willing to think for yourself. It's not easy as it sounds to really question your doctors because they're the professionals. But also research your illnesses. And we have so much technology. And even if you're older and you're like, I really don't know what to do, go and just put in a search. And I know not everything that you look up is going to be accurate, but ask those questions with your doctor. I noticed when I was looking, I found out that this many people get whatever illnesses because they lived here. Or I noticed that because I haven't drank enough water, this happens. Just ask questions. You can go ahead and reach me at you can't reach me that way. You can listen to the shows, but I don't think you can reach me that way. You can reach me at scarrednotsilent@gmail.com. That's how and let me know. Let me know if you did that homework. I'll give you homework. Nobody likes homework, but I'll give you the homework. And before I go, I think I saved it. So let me go. You might hit clicking and all that. I wanted to go ahead and do like a quick shout out. And I'm going to beat up some of your countries and I apologize. So I had to do like a little search just to see who's been listening. And maybe somebody listened one time and was like, oh, this is not my cup of tea, but you was listening one time. So let me do a little shout out to the countries and cities here. So United States, obviously, is coming in at the most. But Germany, I'm surprised. I got some listeners from Germany. And if it's one listener or 3 or 4, they've been hanging tight. So thank you. Singapore, France, Netherlands, Austria. And I don't know if that's Arnold listening to me or not in Austria, but Australia, United Kingdom. And we got Dallas, Texas, Hazelden, Pennsylvania, Ashburn, Virginia, Falkenstein, Saxony. I've been trying to pronounce these correctly, so I wouldn't beat up you guys' country too bad. And where was that? Oh, okay. Phoenix. All right. Up the street. Tempe. Up the street. Arizona, that is. Des Moines, Iowa. Hometown. So thank goodness somebody's listening to me back home. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I don't know who's listening to me out there. Maybe it's the Eagles. I don't know. I'm not going to make no jokes. Tucson, Arizona. Used to live there. Have family, friends. Los Angeles, California. Las Vegas, Nevada. Espanola, New Mexico. Never heard of it. St. Ingbert, Sarland. Tampa, Florida. Oakland, California. New York. St. Polten, Laura, Austria. San Diego, California. Boardman, Oregon. Rotterdam, South Holland. That sounds like a place I want to try out. South Holland. Orlando, Florida. Waukee, Iowa. Seminole, Florida. Mesa, Arizona. Probably me listening to myself. Borgen, Brizzy. I know I messed that up. Sorry, Borgen. Perth, Western Australia. Birmingham, Alabama. Glendale, Arizona. Brunswick, Ohio. I think that's where all like the bowling pins and stuff comes from, if I remember correctly. Or maybe I'm thinking about pool tables. I think one of the two. This one I tried. Frankensteinfeld. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. And I think that's Bavaria, Indianapolis, Indiana, Blackpool. I have no idea where that's at. Mason City, Iowa. I definitely know where that's at. Went to East High and we played Mason City in football a couple of times. Dear old East High side. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to me. I just wanted to share that. I'm always amazed when I'm like, really? Somebody in Blackpool's listening to me? Hey, what's up, Blackpool? Invite me to come down into your country and speak. I don't know the language. I could use the phone. It'll be the longest speech ever with my phone. But thank you for listening. And that's it. And then I know it's getting close. I'm going to stop teasing y'all and just get to it. Give you what you want. I'll talk to you soon. Scarred Not Silent. This is Rodney G. Have a good night. You know what? If you wake up tomorrow, you have a purpose. Bye.